The enigma surrounding the wife of Tutankhamun, the young Egyptian pharaoh, is a captivating mystery that spans over 3 millennia. From the complexities of her familial relationships to the baffling question of why she never bore hair, the story of Ankhesenamun. Ankhesenamun holds within it a tapestry of intrigue and heart-edge. Unlocking the enigma of Ankhesenamun's life reveals a tale shrouded in both mystique and tragedy. Born around 1350 BC to Princess Angzenpan, she emerged as the third daughter of King Akhenaten and Queen Nefertiti, amid the tapestry of ancient Egypt's royal lineage. However, much of her narrative has remained veiled in obscurity for nearly 3 millennia, casting an air of intrigue over her existence. Central to Ankhesenamun's story is her union with Tutankhamun, who, intriguingly, was her half-brother and spouse. In an era where interfamily marriages were not uncommon, these unions were crafted to safeguard the sanctity of the royal bloodline and solidify the authority of the ruling family. Yet, the implications of such unions were not fully grasped, leading to unforeseen consequences that reverberated through history. Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun's bond, though steeped in antiquated tradition, carried with it the burden of their shared genetic heritage. Tragically, the repercussions of this lineage became evident in Tutankhamun's remains, which bore telltale signs of congenital health issues resulting from inbreeding. This lends credence to the notion that their royal lineage, while designed to ensure purity, inadvertently exacted a heavy toll on their physical well-being. Ankhesenamun's journey takes an even more poignant turn, as it is believed that she might have fulfilled the role of a wife for her own father, Akhenaten, upon the passing of Queen Nefertiti. Historical conjecture suggests that Akhenaten, striving to secure a diverse lineage of heirs, may have sought to conceive with Ankhesenamun's elder sisters. Yet, heartbreakingly, these attempts were met with miscarriages, a somber truth etched into the legends adorning the walls of family tombs. The dynasty of Akhenaten, during this juncture, stood on precarious ground. The necessity for a multifaceted array of heirs was underscored by the uncertainty that clouded their rule. This imperative drove Akhenaten to navigate the intricate tapestry of interfamily relationships, ultimately casting Ankhesenamun into an intricate web of responsibilities and expectations. Thus, Ankhesenamun's tale unfolds as a mosaic of familial complexities and personal sacrifices within the context of an era far removed from our contemporary comprehension. Her life, entwined with that of Tutankhamun and her father Akhenaten, serves as a poignant reminder of the uncharted consequences that can rise from the convergence of tradition, power, and the unyielding passage of time. In a historic departure from millennia-old Egyptian religious tradition, Akhenaten emerged as a transformative figure, poised to revolutionize the established spiritual landscape. He embarked on a groundbreaking journey toward monotheism, diverging from the pantheon of deities that had long held sway. Instead, Akhenaten embraced the worship of Aten, the radiant sun disk, reshaping the spiritual narrative of his time. The ramifications of his choice echoed through the echelons of the Egyptian state, resulting in a seismic shift in power dynamics. With the prevailing priesthood displaced, the reins of authority passed into the hands of soldiers and centralized bureaucracy. Yet, as the hierarchies shifted, the underbelly of corruption found fertile ground to flourish. The period marked a turning point in the annals of Egyptian religious history, an upheaval of colossal proportions that had the power to redefine a nation's destiny. Enter Tutankhamun, a pivotal player in this unfolding drama. Upon the demise of Akhenaten, Tutankhamun ascended the throne and took Ankhesenamun, his adolescent sister, as his queen. In an attempt to honor the restored religious order, they exchanged their names, becoming Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun. The shadow of Akhenaten's radical beliefs began to recede, replaced by a more moderate approach that sought equilibrium between tradition and innovation. Both Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun, despite their youth, recognized the complexity of their role in governing an ancient empire. Navigating this intricate landscape, they leaned on seasoned advisors to guide their nascent reign. This strategic choice, while intended to stabilize their rule, proved to be a double-edged sword. Tutankhamun's physical constitution was delicate, plagued by illness, fostering the belief that securing an heir might solidify his legacy. The royal couple, driven by this imperative, embarked on the quest for offspring. Regrettably, their efforts bore no fruit, leaving a void that would reverberate through history. Decades later, within the confines of Tutankhamun's tomb, an astonishing revelation came to light. Mummies of two female fetuses were discovered, providing a poignant glimpse into the private world of Tutankhamun and Ankhesenamun. These fetuses, undoubtedly the progeny of the royal couple, bore witness to their unfulfilled hopes and dreams. Genetic analyses of the fetuses remains unveiled potential health challenges that might have plagued the royal offspring. The elder fetus displayed signs of spina bifida, scoliosis, and a springhalt's deformity, highlighting the hereditary complexities that plagued the Egyptian royal lineage. As the sands of time continue to sift through the annals of history, the lives of Akhenaten, Tutankhamun, and Ankhesenamun remain enigmatic echoes of a bygone era, forever intertwined with the mystique of ancient Egypt. Tutankhamun's reign, though widely recounted, was notably brief, concluding with his untimely demise at the tender age of 19. His passing, attributed to a likely infection stemming from a fracture in his left thigh, left Ankhesenamun, his young widow, to navigate a treacherous path alone. In the annals of history, a singular object emerged that holds an intriguing enigma. An enigmatic blue glass ring, sourced from an undisclosed origin in 1930, bears the praenomen of Ankhesenamun enclosed within cartouches. This artifact suggests a marriage alliance, perhaps to a figure known as Asen, even though historical records and monuments fall short in depicting her as a great royal bride in this context. Curiously, the hieroglyphic inscriptions adorning the tomb walls of Tai depict his senior wife as his great royal consort, rather than Ankhesenamun. The implication is that Ankhesenamun's life might have taken a different trajectory during or shortly after Tai's rule, possibly culminating in her passing. The absence of a definitive burial site further compounds the enigma, shrouding her post-Tutankhamun years in mystery. Somewhere between the years 1325 and 1321 BC, Ankhesenamun seemingly vanished from historical records, her presence fading into obscurity. Historians interpret this void as an indicator of her demise, leaving behind an aura of uncertainty. At times she has been referred to as Egypt's lost princess, an epitaph that encapsulates the enigmatic nature of her journey. Ankhesenamun's life story is intricately woven with the royal lineage. Initially recorded as the grand royal wife of Pharaoh Tutankhamun, her early marriage dynamics are shadowed in complexity. It's posited that she might have been united with her father, Akhenaten, in matrimony before her alliance with Tutankhamun. Following her husband's passing, speculation hints at a fleeting union with an individual designated as A, conjectured by some to be her maternal grandfather. Recent DNA analyses of mummies discovered within the confines of KV-21, a tomb dating back to the late 18th dynasty, have offered tantalizing leads. These tests, conducted in February 2010, sparked intrigue by suggesting that one of the interred queens could potentially be Ankhesenamun. Shared genetic markers with the reigning dynasty hint at this possibility. Yet, despite these tantalizing threads of evidence, the true fate of Ankhesenamun continues to elude us, a riddle within the folds of ancient history that remains unsolved. The story of Akhenaten Ankhesenamun, Tutankhamun's wife, is a tale of love, tragedy, and the consequences of a dynasty's choices. Her life is a glimpse into the complex web of relationships, power struggles, and hereditary health issues that defined ancient Egypt's royal family. Despite the centuries that have passed, Ankhesenamun's story continues to captivate and mystify those who seek to unravel the secrets of the past.